Dear students, I, Mr. Vishal Shah, Assistant Professor, Krishna Institute of Pharmacy, Karad, once again welcome you all to this session on the acid-base titration. Today we are going to discuss about the buffer solution. In this video we are going to study what is the meaning of buffer, what are the different applications of buffer, what are the types of the buffer. Before starting with this lecture, just we will see what are the learning outcomes of this session. So after this session, students will be able to explain the meaning of buffers, explain the different types of buffers and the mechanism of buffer action or how the buffers act. Now if you are coming first time to this my YouTube channel, so I request you can subscribe to my YouTube channel to get more videos related to the pharmaceutical analysis as well as the pharmaceutical chemistry. Now let's start our today's session. Now it is often necessary to maintain the pH of a solution in the laboratory as well as the different industrial process. This can be achieved with the help of the buffer solutions or buffer systems, or simply you can say it as a buffers. Now buffer solution is a solution in which maintains the pH of a solution fairly constant even upon the addition of the small amount of the acid as well as the base. So in case of buffer, if we add a buffer solution to any solution which maintains the pH of that particular solution even upon the addition of the small amount of acid as well as the base. Actually, there are two different types of the buffer solutions are there. One is acidic buffer solution and other one is basic buffer solution. Acidic buffer solution means what? It is a combination of a weak acid with the salt of the same acid with the strong base. So always buffer solutions are consisting of two components. Out of that, one is either weak acid or weak base and its salt with the strong acid or the strong base. So in case of acidic buffer, weak acid along with its salt of the same acid with the strong base is known as the acidic buffer. For example, here you can see this is the structure of the acetic acid. Acetic acid is considered as a weak acid. So if we make a mixture of acetic acid with its salt with the strong base means NaOH, that is the acetic acid with NaOH gives a sodium acetate. This is known as the salt of a weak acid with the strong base. So this mixture is acting as a buffer solution. Second type of the buffer solution is known as the basic buffer solution. Basic buffer solution is nothing but the weak base along with the salt of the same base with the strong acid. For example, NH4OH, that is the ammonium hydroxide. This is known as the weak base and its salt with the hydrochloric acid, that is the strong acid, is known as the ammonium chloride. So this combination is known as the basic buffer solution. Now here we have explained about what is the meaning of buffer. So buffer solution is nothing but the solution which maintains the pH of a system constant even upon addition of the small amount of acid or base. That is important. So very small amount of acid or base, if we add, the pH of that particular system will be maintained. In other words also you can say that buffers is a system or buffer solution is a system which raises the change in the pH. There are two different types of the buffer solutions. One is acidic buffer and other one is the basic buffer. Actually buffer system is consisting of either weak acid with its conjugate base or a weak base with its conjugate acid. Strong acids and its bases do not form the buffers. For example, just we will see few examples. Here already we have seen this example, that is the mixture of acetic acid with the sodium acetate. This is known as this could be considered as a buffer system because here it is consisting of a weak acid and its conjugate base, that is in the form of the sodium acetate. Then second example, ammonia and ammonium chloride. This mixture is also acting as a buffer system because here ammonia is acting as a weak acid while the ammonium chloride is its it provides its conjugate base. Now here a mixture of HCl and NaCl. This could not be acting as a buffer system because, as I mentioned, that strong acids as well as base do not form the buffer. So HCl, as it is a strong acid, because it is completely dissociated, it will not be converted into the buffer system. Similarly, here the weak acid, that is the acetic acid, and ammonia, this could not be converted into the buffer system because they are not a conjugate acid or base of each other. Because the weak acid, that is the acetic acid, its conjugate base is known as the sodium acetate. So that's why this system is also not acting as a buffer system. So this is about the how buffer solutions are made. It is a combination of the either weak acid or weak base with its conjugate base or conjugate acid. This is very important. Now let's see how these buffers are actually acting. Means what is the mechanism of this buffer action? How they maintain the pH of that particular solution. Now first we will see how the acidic buffers are capable of maintaining the pH of that particular solution. For example, we have seen the example of the acidic buffer as a solution of the acetic acid and the sodium acetate. Here this acetic acid is acting as a weak acid, while sodium acetate is its a salt with the strong base, that is the NaOH. Now when acetic acid is a weak acid, due to which it is partially dissociated. As we know that dissociation means what? Conversion of the acetic acid into its component ions, that is the H plus ions as well as the CH3CO minus ion. As it is a weak electrolyte, it is a partially dissociated, and the salt, that is the sodium acetate that we are going to use, it is a strong electrolyte and it will be completely ionized or completely dissociated. So it provides a common ions, that is the acetate ions, in a excess. Now we have studied the what is the meaning of common ion effect. Now due to the presence of the common ion effect, it suppresses the ionization of acetic acid. Means whatever the amount of the acetic acid is present, that acetic acid is not completely dissociated already because of the weak electrolyte, and still due to the addition of the sodium acetate, it provides a common ions, that is the acetate ions, due to which it suppresses the ionization of acetic acid. Now this reduces the concentration of H plus ions, which raises the pH of that particular solution. Now the buffer solution maintains the fairly constant pH and changes in pH could be resisted. Now how these buffer solutions are able to resist the change in the pH, that I will explain to you. Here you can see this is the reaction where we have represented the dissociation of the acetic acid. As you know, this is a weak electrolyte, due to which here the arrows are indicated, or this is the reversible reaction, that's why it is indicated by the double arrow. So this weak electrolyte, that is the acetic acid, when it will be dissociated, it will be converted into the H plus ions and the acetate ions. Now as our system is consisting of another electrolyte, that is the sodium acetate, so this sodium acetate on a dissociation, it will be converted into the sodium ions and the acetate ions. Now if you observe both the reaction, here the conversion of acetic acid is a reversible reaction, while conversion of the salt, that is the sodium acetate, is a non-reversible reaction. So here in both the reaction, it provides a common ions, that is the acetate ions. Now due to these acetate ions which are provided in extra amount, what happens? The equilibrium of this reversible reaction is shifted towards this particular left side, and that's why the concentration of acetic acid is increased, and the whatever the concentration of that acetic acid is increased, which will be further dissociated, and it will, what happens, the H plus ion concentration will be decreased, and due to which it increases the pH. Now we will see how it is possible for a buffer system to maintain the pH of that particular solution. Just again Once again, I will be representing the same reaction where the weak acid, that is the acetic acid, when it will be dissociated, it will be converted into the H plus ions as well as the acetate ions. Now, upon addition of OH minus ions, as I told you, due to the common ion effect, acetate ions are common, and due to which it suppresses or decreases the ionization of the acetic acid. And as the dissociation of acetic acid is decreased, H plus ion concentration is decreased, and H plus ion concentration is decreased means there is an increase in the pH is observed. But this does not happen in the case of the buffer solution, because upon addition of OH minus ions, what happens, this whatever the OH minus that we have added in extra amount, what happens, they are reacted with the H plus ions and they will be converted into the H2O, that is the water, which is a neutral in nature. So when the pH of system will change, when the H plus ion concentration is changed, either with the help of the addition of the H plus ions or with the help of the addition of the OH minus ions. If we add H plus ions, pH of that particular solution should be decreased, and if we add the OH minus ions, pH of that particular solution will be increased. But this does not happen in case of the buffer solution, because when we add the OH minus ions, they will combine with the H plus ions and it will be converted into the H2O. And whatever the extra amount of that acetic acid is there, that again will be dissociated. And upon addition of H plus ions, that is the H plus ions means we will be adding a strong acid. So due to the addition of strong acid, this whatever the H plus ions that we have added, they combine with these acetate ions and they are converted into the acetic acid. And in this way, the pH of that particular solution will be maintained. So this is about the buffer action of the acidic buffer. Similarly, we can see the buffer action of the basic buffer solutions. Now, example of basic buffer solution includes the solution of ammonium hydroxide with the ammonium chloride, where ammonium hydroxide is a weak base and its salt is the ammonium chloride. Now, mechanism of basic buffer is on the same lines as that of the acidic buffers. So, upon addition of acid, that is the HCl, the H plus ions combine with the OH minus ions of the buffer to form the water molecules, and the equilibrium is shifted toward the right, and the additional H plus ions are neutralized and the original pH of that particular buffer is restored. We can explain it with the help of the same diagram. So here you can see both the reactions, where first reaction represents the dissociation of ammonium hydroxide, which is a weak base. Second reaction represents the dissociation of ammonium chloride, which is a salt. Now here in this case, upon addition of H plus ions, the ammonium hydroxide will be dissociated into the NH4 plus and OH minus ion, and upon addition of H plus ions, the extra amount of H plus ions will react with the OH minus ions and they will be converted into the water, and hence the pH of that particular solution will be maintained. And upon addition of OH minus ions, they will combine with the NH4 plus ions and it will be converted into the NH4OH, and due to which the pH of that particular, whatever the OH minus ions that we have added, it will be neutralized and the pH of that particular solution will be maintained, or it resists the change in the pH. So in this way, the acidic as well as the acidic buffers as well as the basic buffers are acting and which are resisting the change in the pH. So here we have completed this part, that is what is the meaning of buffer, what is the mechanism of buffer action. If you have any queries related to the pharmaceutical analysis, you can contact me on mail, my mail ID. Thank you. In next video, we will see what is the meaning of Henderson-Hasselbalch equation as well as what are the applications of the buffer solution. Thank you.